was thinking about something. There's a lot of these news agencies and whatnot. They're complaining about how illegal aliens are rounded up and thrown into a van and thrown onto a plane. Actually, go to a detention center for a couple of months and up to 2 years. I don't know if you realize this or not, but when they grab these guys off the streets, they're not being deported. They're going to jail. They're going to prison for months and maybe even a couple of years before they actually put on a plane and flown to wherever. I knew a guy. His name was Lester. He got deported to the Philippines. He was from the Philippines. Okay, he gets arrested. He got 10 years in the United States. Okay. He did the whole 10 years. And then, like, years later, when I spoke to him, he told me he didn't actually get to the Philippines until like 15 years later. That he went to, did his 10 years in prison. And then after that, he stayed in prison, but in like a detention, immigration type prison for a couple of years before they actually like got him deported. So these people are like in for these guys are in for a rough ride. Okay, these guys getting picked up. Anyway, the whole argument is that there's no due process, this, that, the other. It reminds me of, but it brought up something interesting. The case of Henry Borrelli, United States versus Borrelli. Okay, Henry Borrelli was tried not for murder, but for violating the civil rights of, I think it was Paul Dodd or the other guy. The guy that was an American citizen. He was from Kuwait or somewhere, and they killed him. So Henry and his co-defendant get convicted for violating the civil rights of that guy. I think it was Paul Dowd, the victim's name. But then Henry Borrelli appealed it because his victim wasn't an American citizen, and a judge agreed with it and tossed his conviction. So if you can get away with killing, if it doesn't apply to that guy, it shouldn't apply to other non-citizens. I mean, I guess if that's how the law's supposed to work, I don't know. But anyhow, that's what got me thinking about it. For this, that, and the other. So these people who are getting deported, they're in for a rough ride.